Welcome to our channel. We're all about faith, family, home, and farm. Come on in and grab a chair and sit a spell with us. If you like readable versions of all of our content, be sure to check out both of our blogs. The links to our blogs will always be in the description box below our videos. Hey y'all, can we just talk while I fold some laundry here just for a minute? Sure we can. Y'all excuse the messy hair, don't care. Apron slung on. I have been cleaning, keeping my home. I have scrubbed as much as I can scrub. I'm tired, boss. I'm going to sit down a few minutes and get this load folded while I sit because I multitask. I can't sit still sometimes, but sometimes I just have to because that's how tired I am. And I just have to take a break, but I'm going to try to multitask. I get tired. Yes, I get tired. I have to sit down, have to rest halfway through my day. I do what I can while I can until I just have to stop. I got my apron on because I was scrubbing my oven and I didn't want to get gunk all over my shirt because I have to get in the car rider line pickup today. And I'm cleaning, and excuse the cold, I got a little stuffy nose going on here, so I may sound a little funny. But while I was cleaning, got to check for sizes. I'm sorry. One goes in one pile for one girl. One goes in the other pile. Okay, this is hers. I started thinking. And I've been told it's dangerous when I think. I know. My mama says it. My husband says it. Oh, no, she's been thinking. It's dangerous when you've been thinking. All right, that's one. And, okay, so here we go. I've been thinking while I was cleaning. And I'm like, am I really picky? I'm talking nitpicky about my house. Well, yes. Yes, I am. I am kind of nitpicky about my house. And I'm thinking, is it a rude nitpicky? Of course, I had to contemplate this one. Is it a rude nitpicky? Not really. Not really. Here's the way I look at it. I am, as a homeowner. I don't care if you're male or female. You guys get out there and do things in the yard and on your property and your outbuildings, your sheds, your yard, everything. So you guys, I'm going to include y'all on this too. And us as women, I don't care if you work a 40-hour-a-week job, a 60-hour-a-week job. The minute you walk in your front door, back door, side door, whatever, mudroom, you become a homemaker. It's your home. It's your home, your property. As a homeowner or a homemaker, you have a right to be, that one goes in that pile. You have a right to be nitpicky. You have a right to expect and ask people to respect your home when they come to visit, when they come to stay, when they come, it's your home. You are the one, and here's why. You are the one that puts the time, the energy. Oh, it's so warm. It just come out of the dryer. The time, the energy, the labor. Oh, this gets hung up. To clean your home. And y'all, every female, every woman, young lady, whatever, that has a home, she's meticulous. You want things done a certain way. You do things a certain way. You clean a certain way. You organize a certain way. And you have your, okay? You have a certain way you clean. A certain way that you wipe something down, or that you, a favorite cleaner, a certain way that you clean. And when that routine gets disrupted, it can cause anxiousness. It can cause your OCD to just go, pew, 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 okay? I don't know how else to describe it, because it does me. As the keeper of my home, I have a certain way that I do things, a certain routine, a certain habit, a certain way that's distinct that I do things in my home. Like on here's an example. I just saw my kitchen table. On our kitchen table, we use placemats. Now, I don't like tablecloths because there's nothing like hanging your knee up in a tablecloth and almost jerking everything off the table, especially little children. Or they pull on the tablecloth and then, okay, everything can wind up in the floor. So we use tablecloths. Now, I might have a table runner on there occasionally, like for holidays or something. Or there's one table runner that I have that just matches my placemats. But other than that, that's all I use. Well, there's a lot of reasons why I do that. My husband buys me nice things, buys our home nice things. He works hard to provide for our home and buy nice things to make us, comfortable, fix up our home just a little bit. It don't have to be expensive. It could just be 25-cent placemats. I don't care. But he buys us nice things so we can fix up our house and make it presentable, make it homey, make it comfortable, make it look nice. And I always promised him, I'll take care of whatever you buy. Whatever we have, I'll take care of it. As the keeper of the home, I'll take care of it. Our table and chairs, he bought. Nice. We've had them all these years. You know why we've had them all these years? I took care of them. I kept placemats on the table, so they don't get scratched. They don't get just crud on them, because sometimes we might do a craft at the table. All the cooking and the baking that I do, especially around the holidays and stuff, or, setting something hot on the table and it leaving that whitish looking mark, Okay, there's a reason why I keep placemats on the table. I try to protect our table and keep it looking nice. the more that you take care of something, the longer it's going to last. And you don't have to go buy another one. It don't tear up. Things like that. You see? So I keep placemats on the table for that reason. When our boys were younger and our grandchildren were here with me, and I kept them, and they're still here. But when they were like babies and toddlers and sitting in high chairs and booster seats, I covered our chairs with a little cut-off piece of, not vinyl, wasn't plastic, but it was something else. And I tried to keep the chair bottoms covered because they're cloth. You know, babies and toddlers, when they're eating and they just spill stuff. And you can only keep it so clean. So, as they got older, they graduated, started getting better about eating. Do they still drop stuff in the chair? Yeah. But they're learning. But I've managed to keep them nice all these years. Because I'm meticulous, okay? So, if, like, we're having get-togethers or something like that, or something, and a placemat is removed from the table, or if they're taken off, I'm like, where's my placemats? Nobody understands. It's just things like that. We are meticulous about our home as the homemakers. Are we nitpicky sometimes? Yes. But it's only because, like I said, we put the time, the energy, the labor, the care, the love to take care of what we've been given. Here's my next point. Is it okay to respect, and to ask people to respect our homes? Yes. Yes. You have the right as a homeowner, a homemaker, to expect and ask people to respect your things, your home. I'll give you an example. Okay, let me give you an example for a man. My husband is meticulous about his sod. After we got our house here, we sodded. He wanted sod. He wanted those grandbabies to have soft grass, when they're learning how to walk and stuff like that. We wanted to have soft grass to walk in and stuff, and a nice, pretty, grassy yard. So, yes, we sodded just out so many sections and feet on all sides of our house. The rest of it is regular grass. He's meticulous about his sod. Y'all, it costs money. We had to pay for the sod, pay for the labor for people to lay the sod. Is he meticulous? Yes. He wants it mowed a certain way. One time when you mow it, you go this way. The next time when you mow it, you go this way. He's meticulous about his sod. Don't drive on it when it's wet, because you will make the ground sink and then your grass is all uneven. He's meticulous, y'all. And grandkids, they just love to find rocks. But when they get done with those rocks, they like to leave them in the yard. They just kind of drop them. They forget about them. Does he run over them with a lawnmower? Yes. But you see what I'm saying? He's meticulous about his yard, okay? You guys, you're meticulous about your things too. Do you have a right to ask people, hey, don't park on my side. Stay in the driveway. Don't turn around there. Please don't. Yeah. Keep the rocks in the driveway, girls. Okay? You as a homeowner, you as a homemaker have a right to expect people to respect your house or ask people to respect your house. It's yours. You take care of it. When someone comes in to visit or to stay overnight or to stay a weekend or something, like when the granddaughters come to stay, hey, you know that's not where that goes. Put it back where it goes. When you clean up, make sure you put things back where they go. I'm OCD. Everything's organized. Their toys are organized. And I'm like, you know that's not where that goes. Girl, don't get huffy with me. I'll take them toys. You got to give them that little scare pep talk. And then they straighten up. Then they put them toys where they go. Okay? You have a right to ask and expect people to respect your home and your things. It's yours. You're meticulous. You have a right to be meticulous. You have a right to be meticulous. You're the one who takes care of it. You're the one who puts all the time and the energy in. Guys, let me give you a hint. If you value your life and everything precious in it, do not walk on your wife's freshly mopped floors. After a few years, dear hubby finally caught on. My kids, sometimes to this day, they still haven't caught on. They can see me mopping that floor plain as day, and one come through that back door coming to visit or coming over or something. See me mopping wet floor. Should be a clue, a red flag. Help, Mom. It takes me about 2 seconds to pick up that mop with that handle right on the back end. Every stinking time. Now, boy, you know better. Oh, my gosh. Do we like for people to take off their shoes? This is another big one in people's homes. Taking off your shoes at the back door, front door, whatever, mudroom, taking your shoes off. Some people just don't really like to do that, but here's why. Carpet costs. Hardwood floors costs. Linoleum, I don't care. And especially if she just got done mopping and vacuuming and sweeping and steam mopping and steam cleaning and all such as that, trying to get them clean. And then people want to just run right through with nasty shoes, bringing in germs from the outside. Dogs and cats and raccoons and possums and skunks and deer and all such as that poop and pee in the yard. You're walking all through that. Bacteria. You're going to bring it in your house and in your carpet. Our mudroom, our utility room, leads right to our kitchen. I don't want all that bacteria and junk in my kitchen where I prepare food. Yes, I like for people to take their shoes off. Bring you a pair of little house slippers with you. I don't care. Granddaughters are better at it than everybody else. Me and dear hubby are better at it than everybody else. They ought to know by now. Granddaughters will kick them shoes off right at that back door. My kids lived here all their life. You'd think they'd know this by now. Nope. They gonna learn. Dear hubby comes through the door. He's finally caught on after a couple of years of marriage. If he saw me with the mop in my hand, All we had to do was lock eyes. He didn't say a word. He just slowly backs up. And I don't care for anybody coming through on the wet floor with sock feet. Okay, so I'm fine with that. Just don't come barreling down through there with your shoes on while you see me mopping. He might have his socks on, but he's locked eyes with me, and I don't have to say a word, and he knows. He just slowly backs up. He'll find a way to go around where I'm mopping, and he'll take big steps to try to stay off my wet floor. He's a smart man. He respects, and I don't have to say a word to him. He respects. It's just examples like that. That it's okay, ladies, to be meticulous in your home. And like I said, and I'm gonna keep on saying it till it sinks in. Ask for respect. Expect respect for your home. You're the one who's keeping your home. You put the time and the energy into it and the cost, cleaning, all such as this. Guys, you do the same thing with your yard. Oh, your vehicles, things like that. I'm meticulous about my vehicle. Girls, get this trash out of here. Take your trash with you to the house. I'm meticulous. I keep a cleaner vehicle than my husband does. He gets that spit bottle in my truck, and I say, you're forgetting something when we get out. And he drives my truck. Take your spit bottle with you. It ain't mine. I don't want to smell it. He gets it out. Okay? I try to get my trash out of his truck. All that. I'm meticulous. Everybody has their quirks and certain way they like to do things in their home. It's your home. When you go to someone else's home, try to respect the way they do things. Don't go in their bathroom trying to turn their toilet paper around because this is the way you do it at your house. You got to remember you're in someone else's house. Oh, don't flip things around in their house and drive them all nuts because it will shoot their anxiety and their OCD through the roof. Okay? And then, just don't go in somebody else's house trying to change a bunch of things, okay? Respect their ways. And this is another thing. I travel with Dear Hubby's job. And and I have to get into the habit of doing this. Sometimes we get to rent a house from somebody in certain places. We have friends that will let us rent a house or something like that they own. And I am responsible for keeping it clean. I'm going to leave their house just like I found it. I'm going to try to put things, I remember like where she keeps her dishes, where they keep their pots and pans. When I get done using them, boy, I scrub them babies. And I keep them clean and I put them back where they go. Because that way, if they see how well I take care of their things, they don't have any problem renting to us again. Because I respect their things. Okay? I keep it clean. I try to leave it like I found it. So far, I haven't broken anything of anybody's in any house we've ever been. And they are always so generous to let us rent again when we're on a work trip. I love the lake house in Virginia. I mean, I love that thing, okay? And I try to keep it clean, okay? And leave it like I found it. Before we leave somewhere, I will clean again. I mean, I clean it while I'm there. Yes, I keep it clean while I use things, while I do things, while we're staying there. But before we leave, I try to clean it good one last time before we leave. Even a hotel. My husband is like, why? They have housekeeping. Let me tell y'all something. When we have to stay in a hotel, sometimes we go to places that there's really not anybody that we know in those areas, and we don't know of anything to rent until maybe we get there and we ask somebody. And if there's nothing available, y'all, then we're just satisfied with staying in a hotel. But here's some things about me staying in a hotel. I really don't like housekeeping coming in my room while I'm there, or even when I'm gone. I keep that do not disturb sign on my door. I will even tape it to the door so nobody can take it off. I'll tape it to the door. I don't like people housekeeping seeing our things, our personal belongings, like jewelry, okay, all of our things, our setup. I don't like people in my room, and I don't like, because y'all, some people have had things stolen in hotels. And I'm like, not today. I don't like people seeing all of our belongings, because that's just could be a temptation. And I've seen the way some of these housekeepers clean rooms. Sometimes, y'all, they will prop your door open the whole time that they're cleaning. And people's passing by and seeing what all you got, what all's in your room. No. Some places, they'll close the doors. Some places don't. I just don't like housekeeping in my room. I don't like having to get out so they can come in and clean. I don't like somebody being in my room when I'm not there. I don't trust people. I don't trust certain areas. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've stayed in enough hotels, and I've been in enough hotels while they're cleaning, and I've passed by some rooms while they're cleaning, and I hear things. One time we were in a hotel, and I think the whole time we were there, I might have heard a vacuum cleaner 2 times on our whole floor. And you think there's about 30 rooms on a floor. They don't deep clean between each guest stay. Sometimes they don't vacuum the floor between each guest stay. You know how many people have walked in that room before you get there and probably toe jam, toe fungus. I better just stop right there. I just gave you a visual. Think about it. No, we wear house slippers, house shoes, whatever you want to call them, flip-flops, I don't care, sliders. We don't walk on those floors barefooted. I clean my own room. And I will tell housekeeping, I don't need anything except fresh towels. We don't even use their bed sheets, pillows, or comforters. We travel with a mattress pad because both of us have bad backs. Yes, we have bad backs. And we have to have a certain mattress, so we travel with a mattress. And then we just put our own bed. We put the mattress on top of that, on top of all their bedding. We have our own sheet sets, our own blankets, our own pillows, because we got bad necks too. Oh my gosh, we just got bad bodies. We're getting old. We travel with our own bedding, and we have a bedding box. And, oh, y'all, my nose is driving me nuts. Oh, I can't breathe. We have our own bedding. I wash our sheets in the hotel laundry room. I will drag them down there and wash our sheets and blankets in a hotel, okay? And bring them back up, put them fresh back up on the bed, and they're mine, and I feel comfortable with that. And all I need in a hotel room is just fresh towels, rags or washcloths, and hand towels. That's all I need. I have to go downstairs every day and get them. I'll put our dirty ones out in the hallway, but I'll put them in a sack because, y'all, If I was a hotel housekeeper, I would not be touching nasty sheets and pillowcases and towels and washcloths with my bare hands. How do they do? No. You don't know. Oh. You don't know what all's been on them things. And they sometimes don't wear gloves. I've got enough respect. I will get a trash bag and stuff all of our dirty towels and hand towels and washcloths in that rag. Then I'll put it in the hallway. No, I'm not touching that mess. Socks. No, I'm not touching that mess. Oh, y'all, mismatched socks. Oh, my OCD goes through the roof when I'm doing laundry and I got mismatched socks. I can't stand it. Ew. I'll find those later. I can't stand mismatched socks. I just can't. It drives me nuts. I'll find them. The mates are probably stuck in the couch somewhere. Anyway, the kids, what is it about just wearing mismatched socks? I can't do it. Okay, where was I? Hotel. Let's wrap this up. I clean our own room. And normally, 9 times out of 10, it depends on the hotel, the star quality and housekeeping, is if I have to clean that room, deep clean it as soon as I get there. There's a few I've had to do that because I didn't trust the housekeeping. There's some that's like immaculate. If I can walk in and I smell funk, I didn't say the bad word, like a funky smell, I got a deep clean. One place we stayed at, I had to put baking soda all on the floors, the carpets. This is the place that they didn't vacuum every single day after every single guest. I couldn't tell you the last time that room probably been vacuumed. I sprinkled baking soda all over the floor to absorb the odors. I mopped that sucker with my traveling stick mop. Y'all have seen it a bunch of times on some of my traveling videos. And I had to empty that thing out about 3 or 4 times. I didn't care. I did what I had to do. That got rid of a lot of the smell. And then we got our own Yankee Candle air fresheners that we plug in just to kind of make it smell like home and comfortable and cozy, but to get rid of some of the funky smell in there. I plugged up our little Yankee Candle. Dear hubby came in and he's like, oh, this smells so much better. Thank you. It smells like a home. When we're in a hotel, I try to make a home away from home. I clean it. I will tell housekeeping. I'll write a note. I've had housekeeping shove notes up under the door. We offer housekeeping. I don't need it. Thank you. And I'll go down to the front desk and I'll leave a note. Thank you for the offer. We don't need anything. I promise I will keep my room clean. It won't even look like we've been here when we leave. And dear hubby can't understand this. Now, he understands why I keep it clean while we're in there because I don't want housekeeping in my room. But when we get ready to check out of a hotel, he's like, why? Just let them come in here and clean it. That's not how I am. I try to leave things like I found it. Respect. And I probably did a better job cleaning it than they did, and the housekeepers probably appreciate that. I'll clean down the shower. I'll scrub out the bathtub. I'll scrub out the toilet. I mop the floors. I vacuum the floors. I will Febreze. I will do everything. And they enjoy us coming back. Some hotels recognize us, and they're like, oh, you're back. And they don't say it in a way like, oh, great. They actually enjoy seeing us coming. And now a lot of them, they know me. She ain't gonna need nothing. Just leave her alone. She don't need a thing. Just let her be. They know me. And that's just how I am. But dear hubby's like, just leave it. I can't. It's not in me. Y'all, I do feel sorry for housekeeping at some of these hotels. I do. I see some of y'all's rooms. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Trash just everywhere. I've seen some housekeepers come out of rooms gagging. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's all I got to say. You ought to be ashamed. Housekeepers are probably meticulous too. I just cleaned this room. Meticulous. I just cleaned this room. You know, but it's a hotel. You got thousands of guests that comes through in a month's time or 2 weeks' time. Okay? I do feel sorry for some of them because of the nastiness. If you don't do that in your home and you don't leave your home looking like that, you shouldn't leave somebody else's home or room looking like that. College kids, yes, you grew up in that house. Yes, you grew up in that house, but you've been gone for a while. Okay, mom and daddy probably changed a routine, changed the way, you know, and it's probably staying cleaner. I'm sorry. They're probably not finding 50 cups and plates and saucers and stuff in your room. Glasses, cup in your room, okay? They got that room all cleaned up when you moved out. And now you come back home for the holidays or you come back home for a visit or for the weekend. Lord, have mercy. Don't leave your mama that mess again when you go back to college. Don't. Clean that room. That was your room all these years. Your mama told you to clean your room. Keep it clean when you come home to visit. Don't leave your mama with that mess when you leave. If she taught you how to do laundry before you left to go to college, don't forget your raising. Don't forget what she taught you. When you come back home, don't dump your laundry off in that laundry room and expect your mama to do it again for you. You better get in there and put that load in that washing machine and that dryer and get your laundry done. Don't make mama do it just because you come home for a visit from college. All right, y'all. You have a right. It's your home. And people should respect your home when they come to visit or they come to stay. If I was to go down to your house and do things that just sent your anxiousness and your anxiety and your OCD through the roof, you have a right to say, you know, I kind of like to do this. I kind of like to, I keep this here. I keep this clean this way. It's okay. It's okay. And y'all little whippersnappers, don't get your feelings hurt, okay? Because you wouldn't have no problems telling somebody how you do things in your home if they were to leave your house in that shape. You borrow something, you either clean it and bring it back, leave it like you found it. If you break it, you fix it, or you offer to pay to have it fixed or replace it. Something. Just saying. Respect other people's homes. Respect other people's properties because you want them to show you the same respect in your home and your property. Okay? I will see y'all. Y'all leave something in the comments. Just a little bitty thing in the comments that you do a certain way and it absolutely drives you nuts if it gets disarrayed and it drives your anxiety or your OCD through the roof if something happens. Y'all tell me some things in the comments that can just absolutely drive you nuts, okay? And we can just share thoughts with each other and maybe some funny stories, you know, like if you had to, like, you know how, like, you take a little wet towel or something or wet the tip of a towel and then you wring it up real good and then you go and it just snaps somebody in the rear end. Oh, y'all, tell me some funny stories, because I've done my kids that way sometimes too. If I didn't get them with the broom handle or the mop handle, I'd get them with a little wet rag and just pop them in the rear end real good. I'm notorious, okay? So y'all tell me some things in the comments that y'all do to crack a whip or something and whip that family into shape and get them to show mom or the homeowners some respect, or things that just drives y'all nuts, that if it just gets all out of whack. Y'all drop me some comments, okay? I will see y'all in the next one.